As you sow, so shall you reap to supersize, or when you supersize and grow your business. If you want to grow your business, you have to keep in mind the idiom, the saying, the proverb of biblical times: as you sow, so shall you reap. Or as a man soweth, or as a man sows, so shall he reap. Okay, it applies to women and anybody else in between as well. This is an idiom that's been around since, I believe it was King James Version of the Bible, Galatians, I believe, 6:7 says something to the effect, and this has appeared in the Bible and hundreds, if not thousands of times since it's been used, that reminds us what we put out into the world is what we get back. I have a saying that I credit for part of my divorce is I always believe and say you get what you expect. And my ex-husband hated that. He didn't believe that at all. He felt that, life just happened and you had to deal with the things that came your way. And I always believed that if you believe good things are going to happen, good things are going to happen. If you believe bad things are going to happen, bad things are going to happen. But we have the ability to impact what happens based on how we look at it and what we feel and how we feel about it and what we put into it. I always told my kids in high school, especially in high school, you get out of things what you put into it. One person loves high school and another person that goes to the exact same high school hates high school. Well, what is one of the things that can explain that? How much do you of yourself put into and invest? How much of your time and your energy and your resources and your thinking do you invest in an experience? What you put into it, you get back. The value we put out into the world comes back to us. And, I think the Bible or somebody else said, what we put into the world comes back to us tenfold. So if we put good into the world, tenfold good will come back to us. If we put bad into the world, lies, cheating, evil, bad intentions, guess what? We get that back tenfold. Now, it doesn't always feel like that in the short term. If we look at the world around us, we see inequalities. We see life isn't fair, right? I think we've talked about life isn't fair. That was one of the best things my dad ever taught my sisters and I is there's no such thing as can't, and life isn't fair. So we get out of things what we give to them. It's true of our businesses. It's true of our life. It's actually a universal law, the universal law of karma. What you put into the world, you get back from the world. People can do good or bad things, and for the short term, you might just see a snippet of their life, and you might think, oh, this person's just a total, what? But everything always comes up roses for them. Well, you're only seeing a snippet of their life. You don't know all of the other before and after what's going to happen to them, just like nobody knows what's going to happen to us, including us. Now, how do you use this for your business? How do we use knowing that what we put into the world comes back to us? It depends on what we want. And based on what we want, that helps us to decide what do we need to give? What in terms of value, solutions to problems, helping other people, products or services, what do we need to provide or give in terms of value that will create the amount of impact in the world that we want to make with our business? If you want to create a small business, you only need to have a small impact on other people's lives. If you want to create a huge, colossal billion-dollar business, you need to have and put out billions of dollars worth of value into the world in order to create a billion-dollar business back for you and for your organization. So what are some of the ways we can do this? Well, number one, we treat other people the way we want to be treated, right? We always under-promise and over-deliver. I've been spouting this off for 40 years. Under-promise, over-deliver. Always leave people wanting more contact with you. Always leave people, not that you're not giving them enough, but always leave them so delighted and excited about the interactions that they have with your organization that they always want to come back for more. Our goal is always to create lifelong customers. At least my goal is always to create lifelong customers, not just one-off customers. Many business models and many businesses are centered around, hey, I'm always getting new business. I'm always out searching and prospecting and looking for new business. That's an effective short-term business model, and it can be a good long-term business model if you have a consumable product or service. But otherwise, I always say, let's create lifelong customers. And you can create lifelong customers with a consumable short-term product, right? But instead of always churning and getting new people, what can you do to serve the customers and the people that you've already served before that were happy with your performance? Or guess what? try to serve the people that weren't happy with your performance in the first place. Learn from that, learn from them, and make amends, figure it out, solve that problem so that you're continually improving in your business as well. Give more than you take, right? Give more value in your offers and the products and services that you provide to people than you ask in return for money or however they pay you or reward you for doing business with you. There's this false and dangerous belief about as you sow, so shall you reap, that, and I don't know exactly when and where it happened, and I think maybe some people have always believed it, because guess what? We can convince ourselves something is true just by repeating it often enough, right? We all have false beliefs. We think our beliefs aren't false because they're our beliefs, but we all inside of us have beliefs and things that we've adopted over our lifetime that are absolutely positively false. Like if you believe that you are fat and ugly, that is absolutely positively false. I don't care who you are, what you look like, you are not fat or ugly. You are a beautiful human being, right? Maybe your shell is fat right now, but that isn't who you are. But we can convince ourselves that lies are true. Well, guess what? Other people believe nowadays that they can convince us that lies are true as well by repeating them often and often and often enough. So we need to be and steer clear of, and something I've been saying all year is we need to think for ourselves. We need to consider the sources, what their intentions are, and we need to filter out based on how something makes us feel. If we hear something and it makes us feel bad, it's not for us. If we hear something and it makes us feel good, it is for us. So we want to focus on the things that are for us, that will move us forward and move our business forward, and just not ignore, but don't let the negative things and the lies impact us and our business and what we're trying to create. I'm of the mind that we're all trying to make the world a better place, but the world a better place means we all win. It doesn't mean that I win by harming other people. It doesn't mean that I win by cheating or lying. So I'd love to know your experience with this. As you sow, so shall you reap. I've got thousands of personal experiences with this, or seen and watched other people, what they put into things is what they get out of them, me included. Sometimes I put forth a half-hearted effort on something and I got a half-hearted result back, and there was no one else to blame than myself, because I knew that I only put forth this much effort when I thought I wanted this much result, but I only put forth this much effort. So guess what? I only got this much result. Love this idiom. Love to know what you think about it. That's it. See you tomorrow with another interesting idiom. What does it mean? Where does it come from? And how might you use it to grow your business right now?